is on track to raise benchmark interest rates this year as she expects the U.S. job market to improve even further. On Wall Street, despite more strong earnings before the opening bell from Delta Airlines and Bank of America, stocks are only up modestly. Right now, the Dow, 23 points higher. The Nasdaq is up by 4. There was some encouraging economic data out today. U.S. industrial production rose in June for the second month straight. And producer prices, that's inflation at the wholesale level, up 0.4% in June, twice what it was expected. Most of that, though, on higher gas and food costs. Tom Busby, CNBC.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH Plus. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
Hey, it's Flo, and this is my impression of someone calling into Sports Talk Radio.
Yeah, this is Flo, long-time caller, first time on air. I just wanted to say that I think it is absolute hogwash not to go out there and try Progressive's Name Your Price tool. You can see all your coverage options, and options are how you get rings, championship rings, and parades of rings.
Finding options to fit your budget with the Name Your Price tool, only at Progressive.com.
You know, not for nothing, but my favorite rings have candy on them.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Slam the door on FeePay. Forget everything you know about selling online because I'm here to tell you about a new and revolutionary way to buy and sell on the internet. BuySellMakeOffer.com is here to shake up the web. Tired of paying those outrageous fees? You'll never pay a fee with BuySellMakeOffer.com. For a monthly membership package starting at only $7.95, you can list and sell up to 50 items. That would cost you nearly $100 with the other guys. Go right now to BuySellMakeOffer.com and sign up today.
And good afternoon, 12:02. I'm Di Rice with the very latest in live local news, heard only here in the Inland Empire on Kcaa 1050 AM. The death of a 27-year-old jail inmate is under investigation in Indio, where sheriff officials say they do not suspect foul play. Joaquin Ernesto Crespo suffered a medical emergency in a holding area at the Indio jail at about 6:45 a.m. Monday. Crespo was taken to John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital in Indio, where he died at 7:37. He had been arrested Sunday in Palm Desert and booked for investigation of misdemeanor drug use and felony violation of a court protective order. And this month, Huell Hauser fans took up a collection to buy a star for Hauser on the Palm Springs Walk of Stars. The adulation for Hauser, though, didn't stop there. Southern California artist Joan Roby marked his old house as a creative heaven for guests. Roby says she plans to lease the home through wheelhouserental.com for artist retreats, photo shoots, filmmaking, weddings, corporate conferences, and special events. Roby purchased the 11.9-acre estate near Joshua Tree National Park and the 70 acres of surrounding land that offers unobstructed mountain views. Roby has named the treat the Wheelhouse. Hauser was the star of the celebrated public television travel series California Gold. He died a couple years ago. The historic Rim of the World Highway is celebrating its 100th birthday with Cruising the Rim of the World. The fun begins Saturday morning at 9 o'clock at Bayless Park with a rededication ceremony of the restored monument. In 1915, the road was dedicated by Dr. John N. Bayless. The Rim of the World was 101 miles long, and it began in downtown San Bernardino and came up along the former Arrowhead Reservoir Company Road through Waterman Canyon and continued through Big Bear. From Big Bear, it came down the steep Clark's Grade, which washed out almost immediately, joining the route of the current Highway 38, and into Mentone and Redlands, returning down to San Bernardino. The route has been realigned several times and modernized during the past 100 years and even paved in the 1930s. The Rim of the World was the triumph of both engineering and road building improvements that signified the opening of the mountain to motorized transportation. Inland Empire weather, sunny and nice today, highs near 89, lows near 61. Currently, we are at 81 degrees here in San Bernardino. Checking out your drive through Corona, still 2 lanes closed on the 91 eastbound between Green River Road, and that is due to an earlier brush fire along the right shoulder. And also through Corona, an accident has cleared at the 91 westbound just past 6th Street. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, Kcaa 1050 AM.
Hi, this is Bob with Real Estate Talk with Bob and Randy. Tune in every Thursday afternoon from 3 until 4 at KCAA Radio 1050, and we will be there to answer your real estate questions, the latest real estate news, and to talk to the leaders of the real estate industry. Our Real Estate Talk, you can find out how to stop your foreclosure, first-time homebuyer information, loan modifications, different kinds of loans you can buy with, short sale strategies, and real estate investing and more. So don't forget, tune in every Thursday afternoon at 3 for Real Estate Talk with Bob and Randy. You'll be glad you did.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people. Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show. Thank you for joining us. It's a free call at 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. Christy starts off this hour in Toledo. Hi, Christy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
First, I want to say thank you. We've been doing your program since February, and to say it's changed our lives would be an understatement. So thank you so much for all of that.
Cool. Thank you.
We're in baby step 2. We were on track to pay off my car at the end of August. But I have a minor surgery coming up, and looking at the insurance, it should cost us about $1,700 out of pocket. That's when I'll hit my max. I was wondering if we should pause baby step 2 on the car, set that $1,700 aside, and then go back to paying off the car.
Yes.
Okay.
When's the minor surgery occurring?
It'll probably be in the middle of August.
Will you have the $1,700 by then?
We have $800 already. That would have gone towards my car this month. But yeah, I would guess we would. We're probably putting about $1,000 extra every month. So. Okay. So when you get to the $1,700, then resume. Okay. And go back to the car. So just add $1,700 to your emergency fund, because this is not really an emergency. It is a planned event. Okay. So you're right on track, kiddo. Here's the great news. Having a discussion with my husband, and he said, we could do it either way. It doesn't matter. I said, I'll feel better being able to write the checks as soon as those bills come, because the money's there. So. Well, here's the thing about medical bills that people forget. Medical bills really don't offer terms. Mm-hmm. They're due. Right. When you don't pay them, they will accept payments, but that's not really the deal. The deal is it's cash on the barrelhead. Just like, if you take, a suit of clothes out of the store, they kind of expect you to pay for it. Right. And so that's the deal with medical bills. So you should save up and be ready to pay them, especially when you can see them coming like this. That's how I made the decision to say to go ahead and do this way, is because it's not really got terms offered on it. They just have terms forced upon them in the medical world because people can't pay the bill. Tyler is with us in Oklahoma City. Hey, Tyler, how are you?
Hey, Dave, I'm good. Hey, appreciate everything you've done, and just got a question. We refinanced our home in 2011 from a 30-year down to a 15-year, cut our interest rate from 6 down to 3 1/8. Good. And it's saving us money, but the payment went up. And so now we're on baby step 2. I'm working 2 extra jobs in addition to my regular job. We're scheduled to pay off my student loan in July of next year. When we get through baby step 3, we move on to 4, 5, and 6. When I start doing retirement and I start doing college savings for my kids, am I ever going to be able to shake those extra 2 jobs? Because it seems like we're going to be house poor with this high house payment. We love our house. We don't want to have to move. So can you refinance again?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
If you can't afford a house on a 15-year fixed, you can't afford the house.
Yeah, we've cut our budget down to beans and rice, and my wife says you can't keep working your fingers to the nubs if we need a car, so forth. Our house payments, property tax keeps going up each year because the value keeps going up. So the house has gone from $300,000 to maybe $350,000, $360,000.
So what is your house payment?
With property tax and insurance, about $2,500 a month.
And what is your take-home pay from your main job?
Before taxes, it's $130,000.
Okay, so your take-home pay is about $9 grand probably.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Okay. Well, house payment's not your problem then. It's not 25%. We always say be at 25% of your take-home pay, but you're right close to 25% of your take-home pay on your main job.
Yeah.
And so you're other things with the money. I mean, that's a big income. Other things with the money. I mean, that's a big income.
We have everything budgeted. I get $30 blow money every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you're attacking debt. How much are you throwing on the debt?
Right now, I'm pulling in an extra we're making about $4 or $5 grand. Right now, I'm pulling in an extra we're making about $4 or $5 grand a month on the debt.
And how much of that's from the extra jobs?
Probably about 2 to 3.
Okay, so you're throwing $3,000 then, give or take, a month out of your regular job towards the debt, and that'll be gone in June, so you can make it.
Well, by the time you get to 15%, we started trying to run the numbers the other day, and it seemed like, Well,
15% is $15,000. That's nowhere near $50,000. That's nowhere near $50,000 or $16,000 in your case. That's nowhere near $3,000 is $36,000.
Yeah.
So it's half. Yeah,
right.
You should have room. Don't get depressed. Play through. I
mean, I'll work my fingers and nose to get things taken care of.
I don't think you're going to be. I
but...
don't think you have to work an extra job once you get to baby step. Once you get past baby step 3, I think you're going to be fine. And you're just gazelle intense right now. You're tired. You're fighting it and all that. But you don't make $330,000. You make $130,000. But by the way, that's about the top 4% of income earners in the nation. So it's very doable what you've got. And I wouldn't move. I see your income coming up over time, and that house will be a smaller and smaller and smaller percentage, even with increasing income or even with increasing property taxes. You're going to have a higher and higher and higher income, so it's going to be a smaller and smaller percentage of your world, and you'll be able to do more and more and more of those other things once you get past the baby still. But you're going to make it. You're right on track. I wouldn't slow down. I wouldn't let up. All the numbers sound very, very doable to me. Wouldn't let up. All the numbers sound very, very doable to me. Thanks for the call. Open phones at 888-825-5225. You jump in and we'll talk about your life, your money. Catherine is on Facebook. What do you do when your house is literally falling apart and you owe more than it's worth? Well, I would have to have more information from you to give you good suggestions. Create some room in your budget by selling other things like your car, get rid of your car payment, and increase your income. Get your monthly budget more under control so that you can begin to pay down the house and fix it up. That's thing one. Thing two is if you're stuck completely and you can't pay the bill, then you're facing a foreclosure, and you do a short sale before you do a foreclosure. But just because you're upside down doesn't mean you have to give up the house. As long as you can make your monthly payments and move ahead and clean up your other stuff and start saving some money to do these repairs, eventually this will work its way around. Just because you're upside down doesn't mean you have to walk. Doesn't mean you have to quit. That's not enough of a reason to just because you're upside down. And say you were upside down, you had a $200 a month house payment, and you were making $200,000 a year. So what if you're upside down? You just pay extra on it a little, or you move along, and eventually it'll work its way through. Either one. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hello, everyone. This is Nina MD, Fusion of Science and Beauty. Listen to my show every Wednesday night, 6 p.m., KCAA 1050, where I'm going to give you the latest, greatest on anti-aging.
I would absolutely recommend Churchill Mortgage to any of my friends, family, coworkers. They treated me like as if I was buying $1 million home, and that just made such a huge difference, knowing that I'm more around the 100,000 range than $1 million, but yet the treatment was just very respectful and very professional.
Call Churchill Mortgage today or visit us online to discover why we're the only mortgage company Dave Ramsey has ever endorsed.
This is KCAA.
Out and about in Western agriculture, the low-end wine market has been stale for at least the last year, and industry leaders have been looking at changing some old production to keep those growers afloat. More after this.
If farming was easy, everybody would do it, but it's not. It takes hard work, commitment, and the ability to see more than just soil and crops. To be a farmer takes vision. Potassium Plus Premium Sulfate of Potash from Compass Minerals is for farmers who see and understand the value of a quality input. With high potassium, sulfate sulfur, and virtually no chloride, Potassium Plus is the K-source that brings more to the table, so you can too. Call your local distributor or visit PotassiumPlus.com.
Industry leaders talked to growers at the Allied Grape Growers Yearly Meeting about market trends. President and CEO Nat Dubudio says the low-end market is facing some significant challenges as it tries to stay afloat during the low end of its market cycle. More people are gravitating towards the mid to higher tier wines as the economy continues to strengthen and new consumers enter the market. This is putting the pinch on San Joaquin Valley growers, who primarily supply grapes to lower-end wine producers. Dubudio says Allied Grape Growers went out to their Central Valley growers recently and reevaluated some old-school production practices to try and help growers survive the current market.
Well, what we looked at is some of these old vine muscats that are, they could be 75, 80 years old. And the old style back then, they were trained a couple feet off the ground and they had to be hand-picked. Well, with the unreliability of hand labor, whether you can get them picked and delivered to the wineries on time, the wineries really were shining away from hand-picked grapes. Mechanically picked, deliver them at night time while they're cool. That was what they were looking for. So we had to tell those growers that we think that market finally had dwindled to where there's not a whole lot of future for the old hand-picked muscats. And they pulled the grapes out of the ground in most cases.
I'm Taylor Hillman for AgNet West.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
KCAA.
Thanks for joining us, America. Larry's in Fort Lauderdale. Hi, Larry. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing great, Dave. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I've got a question on disability, Dave. The elimination period and the length of time that I should extend it out to.
Okay. Well, the elimination period in disability is the amount. It's like your deductible on other kinds of insurance. If you have a 90-day elimination period from the time that you have a letter from your doctor declaring you disabled, 90 days later you will begin getting your disability payments. And so the longer that period of time, the larger it's like having a larger deductible. So if you went from 90 days, which is standard, to 180 days, it should save you a lot on your premiums. So if you can afford to live the first 6 months of your deductible of a disability without the income beginning, then you would save yourself a lot on the premiums.
Okay. And how many years should I carry? Should I carry it out to age 65? Or?
Yes. Yeah, because the point of long-term disability is it's long-term. And so, you just always think of the guy that's in a car wreck or whatever, and he's in a wheelchair and paraplegic or whatever for the rest of his life. And and so you want to have that, and I try to get as much as 70% of your income covered if we can, if you can afford it, and if you can get that issued to you. But disability is, you're very, very wise to make sure you have long-term disability insurance. It's the most underinsured area of insurance, of all the kinds of insurance that we recommend. For instance, if you're 30 years old, you're 12 times more likely to become disabled than to die by age 65.
Okay.
And everybody has life insurance just about, or at least knows they should, and they don't seem to go get the disability in place. The other thing you want to look for in those situations, Larry, is in the disability world, most disability policies now do have a limited own occupation time frame. And what that means is the definition of disability is if you can't do your own occupation, you're disabled. But they limit that for, say, 2 years or 5 years or something like that. And so the policy I have that I buy from all of my team here, all of our employees have it furnished by my company, has own OC. I believe it's for 2 years. And so if they're unable to do that job, the job they're trained for, then they are by definition disabled. But, a bizarre example would be if I lost my voice as a radio guy and as a speaker, I wouldn't be able to do this job. But obviously I could do a lot of other jobs. But I would receive the long-term disability for the period of time covered for own occupation, because that is my occupation. And so I'd be covered for a period of time. Now, I have nowhere near 70% of my income covered, but that's impossible. So once you reach some high-income earning situations, you can't do that. But up to certain levels, you can get 60 to 70%, and that's really what your take-home pay amounts to anyway, so you're pretty good. This is the one thing, too, I'll add one other thing about long-term disability. It is the one thing you want to pay with after-tax dollars. You want to do before-tax dollars in anything else you can do. If you want to buy your health insurance, you want to buy that through your company with before-tax dollars, that's the best way to do it, because the government, then, you're not taxed on that money, so it gives you, 100-cent dollars instead of 60-cent or 70-cent dollars to buy your health insurance with. And some of you have 125 plans or plans where you're allowed to set aside a certain amount of savings programs through the company to pay for things like daycare pre-tax and all that kind of thing. You want to do all of that kind of thing pre-tax. You even want to do a lot of your retirement stuff pre-tax, like 401ks and that kind of stuff. Pre-tax is something to look at. Do disability post-tax. Do not buy it pre-tax if you can avoid it. Here's why. Disability income that is purchased with post-tax dollars, after-tax dollars, is not taxable. Your income is not, your disability income, if you start receiving, is not taxable. If you pay for the policy with pre-tax dollars and take the tax savings there, all of your disability income becomes taxable if you receive it. And that's the last time you want to pay taxes is on disability income, because you're disabled. We don't want taxes on that. So you pay for the disability policy, if you have a way to do that, with after-tax dollars. If your company furnishes it for you as a benefit like I do, that income is going to be taxable. But if you're paying for it, pay for it with after-tax dollars, not pre-tax dollars, if you have the ability to do that with the way it's structured at your company or wherever it is you're looking for. Well, guys, did you know that we're getting ready to hire our 500th person here? That's just wild to me. And out of the 500 folks, almost 200 of them are technology. And we are still hiring like crazy. Right today, we have, 30, 50 positions in the technology area posted. Ruby developers, particularly senior Ruby developers, we're hiring like crazy. If you're a Ruby developer and you want to live in awesome Nashville, Tennessee area, work for the place that wins best place to work every year in this area, well, we're here. And by the way, the stuff you're developing is work that matters because we're helping people. Java, enterprise architects, database engineers, man, everything in the world out there. Anything in the tech field just about having to do with websites. We currently have over 20 websites, but we have digital products rolling out of here like crazy. Most of what we're doing now is heading in the digital direction. So we need your help. That's simple. And we've got a bunch of other positions we're hiring. Sales and marketing, executives in the marketing area for sure. Senior creative folks in those areas. Lots of things. So check it out. If you're interested in working on our team, we have a bunch more help that we need. You can find out the jobs that are available by going to DaveRamsey.com. Over on the right-hand side, when you do that, there's a little tab running right along the edge of the webpage. It says Dave's Hiring. Click on that. On the right side of the homepage, Dave's Hiring, and then you can find out what we have available. And if you're in the tech field and you don't even see it, it might not be posted, but we might be getting ready to post it. Contact us anyway. So just check out DaveRamsey.com, get in touch with us, and see if you want to become a member of this team. It is a lot of fun around here right now. We have a lot of things we're doing that are winning, a lot of things that we're doing that are really moving the needle in people's lives. I mean, how would you like to have worked on that Every Dollar project? Yeah. Pretty stinking sweet. And we got some other stuff like that in the pipeline that's coming along, and it's app development, all that stuff. It's happening around here, guys. All right, Tom's with us in Springfield, Ohio. Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, my wife and I are going to be getting about $450,000 from the sale of some oil rights.
Wow.
Yeah. It's changing our world. Just wondering what would be the best thing to do with it. After, 20% of that's going to be taxes. 5% of that's going to go to the guy who helped us negotiate the deal. Of course, there's tithe at the church. They're going to love us. But after that, what do we do? Do we get completely out of debt, or do we invest it?
Okay. Does this fall under some kind of a long-term capital gain? Is that how it's taxed?
Yes, it is taxed as a long-term capital gain.
Okay. All right. Then 20 would be correct. Normally it'd be 15, but because it's so big, it's going to be 20. You are now officially one of those evil rich people that must be punished. Okay. That's how that works. So you got this extra hit. All right. And so after tithe, after taxes, after commission for the guy that brokered the deal, what do we do with the money? I walk right up the baby steps. So
okay.
You have any debt?
Yes, we owe $85,000 on our house.
Okay. Got any other debt?
I owe $65,000 on student loans.
Okay. Pay both those off. Got an emergency fund? 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months of expenses. I'd put. I would, if you got kids, I'd sit down and make sure we're funding the kids' college. Maybe fund it all at once, and then start putting 15% of your income into retirement. And I would invest the rest. And then enjoy some of it, by the way, too. Probably need to take your wife on some kind of cruise.
This is KCAA.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
California headline news. Illegal immigrants will have to wait until next year to get Medi-Cal coverage, but they may be able to buy their insurance through Covered California. Emperor Sid says the scaled-back health care bill passed by the Assembly Committee yesterday simply directs the state to ask the feds for permission, but it includes $40 million to extend Medi-Cal coverage to all income-eligible children regardless of their immigration status.
For certain families, being able to utilize the marketplace to purchase health insurance might be beneficial. It's probably still unaffordable, but it's a step.
Singer Chris Brown dealing with a scary situation in his new home in Tarzana. LAPD says it was robbed early this morning. His aunt shoved into a closet at gunpoint.
The suspects were described as 3 male blacks, possibly wearing masks. There was canvassing going on of possible video evidence that may be in the area.
Brown was not home at the time. Geico weather, sunny and warm today, no rain. John Gilliland, California headline news.
You're running your business, and we at Wix.com know things can get stressful. But creating your website doesn't have to be. With Wix, you can create a professional website all by yourself. It's easy and free. You don't have to be a programmer. Just drag and drop everything into place. It's your website, your style. Show the world what you can do. Go to Wix.com and create your own stunning website today. It's easy and free.
I'm Jay Farner with some great news on how you could save an average of $3,000 per year on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. The HARP guidelines have changed. There's less paperwork and often no appraisal required. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN. Or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. And MLS number 3030.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
It's time for the KCAA Community Calendar, brought to you exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools. The clear mission of Learn for Life is to motivate and mentor students who have dropped out of school and provide them with the personalized education and technical training necessary to advance their lives.
Here's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. I'm Successful Brim. Are you looking for a career and not just a job? Well, you're in luck. TRL Systems is having a career fair on Thursday, July 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The career fair will be held at TRL Corporate Office located at 9531 Milliken Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga. So be sure to bring your resume. They're looking for experienced and entry-level technicians, IT managers, engineers, foremen, and service technicians. A complete listing of job opportunities is available at www.trlsystems.com. Again, at www.trlsystems.com. Also, there will be a chance for same-day interviews and hiring. However, space is limited. Be sure to RSVP by emailing careers@trlsystems.com to guarantee FaceTime with your next potential manager. For more information, log on to www.trlsystems.com. www.trlssystems.com or call toll-free at 800-266-1392. Again, www.trlssystems.com or call toll-free at 800-266-1392. So come out Thursday, July 16th and get your career started. TRL Systems, when reliability counts. That's a look at the community calendar on KCAA 1050 AM.
The KCAA Community Calendar is presented exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools where students can complete their education on a part-time basis. To find a resource center nearest you, call 1-877-360-LEARN or visit Learn for Life online at learn4life.org.
KCAA.
Ramsey Solutions, Chris and Kirsten are with us. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey Dave, we're very blessed.
Very blessed.
Welcome, welcome. Where do you guys live?
Villages, Florida, around Orlando, north of Orlando.
Oh, fun. Well, thank you for coming to Nashville. So you're here to do the debt-free scream. How much have you paid off?
$43,292.
Excellent. How long did that take you?
About 7.5 months.
Way to go. I love it. And making what kind of money during this time?
About $130.
Very cool. Very cool.
Dual income.
Got it. What do you guys do for a living?
I'm a physical therapist. My wife is an occupational therapist with the school system.
Ah, good. And obviously these are your kiddos. Tell me their names and ages.
We got Luke 9, Zach 7, Casey 4, and then Jenna just turned 3.
All right. Very cool. What kind of debt was the $43,000?
2 cars, total about $18,000. A family loan, $13,000, and 3 credit cards, about $10,000.
All right. So, Jenna, or Kirsten, I'm sorry, what happened 7.5 months ago?
Well, Dave, I never thought you'd ask. Actually, it happened about 5 years ago when we first decided we wanted to grow our family through adoption. I was really trying to figure out how I was going to come up with 25 grand and was asking some friends, and they said, you should look into Financial Peace University. So we did, and I got the CDs and listened to them, and then I put it all on 0% credit cards. And then a year later, I said, oh, we got to do something different. We paid it off, but weren't really, didn't have a program. So we decided we wanted to adopt again. This time, I thought, let me get the online version. And so we got the online version, and Chris and I watched about 2 episodes, but having 3 kids under the age of 5, the last thing I wanted to do was come home from work and watch a video about budget. So it just got very difficult, and what happened about 7.5 months ago, we had double mortgaged for 6 months. We had bought a house that was in foreclosure while we were trying to sell another house. So we had raked up some credit card debt, and it was time. It was time to figure out how to get out of this. We sold the house, but I thought we had $20,000 in debt. And I decided, because I'm the nerd, that I was going to go to Financial Peace University. I was going to figure out how to do this and get us out of debt. Well, when I signed up for FPU, the coordinator called and she said, okay, do you need child care? And I said, no, my husband's going to stay home and watch the kids. And she laughed and she said, no, this is a team approach. You both come, we'll provide child care for you. And so I said,
good coordinator.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said, I got to get my husband on board with this. And so I told him, I said, they say we both have to go to this class. I've already paid. I've signed us up. We got to go. They have free child care. So we went, and what I thought was only $20,000 in debt, because I had never counted cars as debt, turned into 43, which turned into a lot of shame, guilt, and remorse that I had. But it got us on the right track, and we became a team for the first time in 11 years when it comes to finances. We had a really great marriage before that, but after FPU, we had no idea what this could do for our marriage.
Wow. So, Chris, she says, by the way, I signed us up. You're supposed to go, too. What'd you say?
I said, happy wife, happy life. So I was on board. She already handled the finances well, and to make it even better, I knew she had a good idea. because she has good ideas.
Okay. So you went in there and sat and started watching this, and the light bulbs start going on, and then you guys immediately got intense, it sounds like.
We did. We got fired up about it.
Yeah.
Doing the class showed us that, wow, do your homework, and we're like, wow, it works. We did the zero-based budget that weekend, and it started clicking from there, and we started just nailing it. So.
And it was really exciting. I think one of the biggest things was a perception change. That was what I learned in the first month of the class. Changing that perception to managing God's money.
Mm-hmm.
For me was huge because, like I said, I went in and I had all this guilt. Like, we make good money. Where is it going? And look at what we've done. And, where we could have been 11 years ago. And I was just feeling really guilty and bad and... like, we're 43, we could be so much further ahead. But our coordinator said, it's okay, start now, start today, and the baby steps, just focus on baby step 1 and baby step 2, and don't worry about the other stuff right now. So that was really helpful for us. And I also think that the class was great because of the homework. And there was, like, the insurance part of the class. Mm-hmm. We took the class last fall in September, and it just so happened that for both our works, our health insurance plans were up in January.
Mm-hmm.
So we listened to you, and we made all the changes with that. And then we did the Xander, the life insurance policy, and then we did the identity theft protection. And then we called Churchill, and we refinanced to 15 years, and everything just started clicking in. So we were really excited about that.
You've completely done a metamorphosis on the whole thing.
We have.
We did.
Very well. Very good. Very cool.
You.
So how's it feel now?
Wonderful. Liberating, more or less. I mean, to know where your money is with the zero-based budget and going from there. And, again, bringing in the family unit. We got the kids on programs. It's just great to know our future, to see, the glimpse of our future now.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting. We have since paid it forward. We've put both my brothers through the class, one with his spouse, and we've given it as a wedding gift and as a baby gift, and really tried to inspire our friends. But one thing that I really wanted to be sure to share was that a big deal that happened to us was last December. I was listening to you, and someone called in and said, do you tithe when you're in baby step 2? And you said yes. And I hadn't really grown up tithing. I grew up giving, but not a full 10. And we were giving about 5. And I came home and I said to Chris, I think we need to do this. It's going to put our debt snowball back about 6 months. But I feel we're managing God's money. This is not our money. Let's do this. And he, of course, said, okay, let's go. And Dave, we paid off so much money in 4 months. The money flew in at us when we started increasing our give.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes to show you can't outgive God.
Amen.
You can't outgive God.
That is absolutely awesome. Well, congratulations, you guys. All right. Has the gang ready to do a debt-free scream? Have they been practicing?
They have been practicing. They're so excited.
Cool. $43,000 paid off in 7.5 months. Chris, Kirsten, Luke, Zach, Casey, and Jenna, Orlando, Florida. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free! I love it. Way to go, you guys. Very well done. Confetti and everything. That's pretty amazing. Congratulations, you guys. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Man, a lot of stuff going on there at once. And don't miss that. That's how this stuff works. Open phones at 888-825-5225. You jump in and we will talk. Joseph is on Twitter. You can follow me there at Dave Ramsey. I'm upside down on my car. Payments are too high. I found a car lease for $99 that I could roll my car over to. Is that wise? No. We're trying to get out of debt, not sign up for new debt. Car lease is just another kind of debt. So no. If you're upside down, your payments are too high, you sell the car, you sign a note for the difference, and you get you a little cheap, paid-for car, and you pay off the balance that you're upside down on. You cannot hide from the fact that you're upside down mathematically. it's going to chase you down and catch you. If you roll it into this $99 lease, it's going to show up somewhere. It's either going to show up in the length of the lease or a big payout at the end, or you'll be upside down at the end of the lease and be in a mess. It's pay me now, pay me later, baby. So pay me now. That's how it works. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hello, everyone. This is Nina MD, Fusion of Science and Beauty. Listen to my show every Wednesday night, 6 p.m., KCAA 1050, where I'm going to give you the latest, greatest on anti-aging.
I literally started my business on a card table in my living room. In those days, I was the one responsible for keeping track of my expenses. And if I wanted my family to eat, I had to make sure the money was coming in. I was a true entrepreneur. Nowadays, I know there's a better way. It's called FreshBooks, and I'm a big fan of what they do. FreshBooks is an online software and mobile app that allows you to track your time, capture expenses, and create professional invoices. It's easy and it works. Find out what over 5 million entrepreneurs and small business owners just like you have already discovered. You can try it free today at getfreshbooks.com. Just enter the Dave Ramsey Show under How Did You Hear About Us for your free 30-day trial. That's getfreshbooks.com. And remember, enter the Dave Ramsey Show to get started today.
This is KCAA.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that there is no one path right for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I can only do so much. My options were limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that has a flexible schedule so I could keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found new career training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN, the number 4, LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
Men, have you been going along just to get along? Have you been misunderstood for too long now? Well, finally, it's a show made just for you. The Men's Advocate Show with Linda Gross every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050 AM.
Here's a look at the
Friday night, July 24th at Wien's Family Cellars Winery in Temecula. A concert under the stars featuring Berlin with lead singer Terry Nunn and their huge hits, Sex and Riding on the Metro. Opening the show, Temecula's very own, the 4019s. The entire show is hosted by me, the Poor Man. Berlin, the 4019s, and dinner, Friday night, July 24th at Wien's Family Cellars Winery in Temecula. Get your tickets now. Go to goldencrownproductions.com. Call 951-658-2411 for more information. Concert in support of Hospice of the Valley. So we'll see you Friday night, July 24th, Wien's Family Cellars Winery in Temecula. Berlin, 4019s, hosted by me, the Poor Man. See you there.
This is KCAA.
Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. We appreciate you joining us and being part of the team, part of the listeners out there. 562 radio stations and counting as of today. That puts us at the third largest talk radio show in America. Nobody else is even close. Pretty cool. Thanks, America. We appreciate that. Another tweet in from this one from Jeannie. What is the best way to get rid of a timeshare that is paid for? Well, there's a couple of things you can do. One is you can try to sell it on eBay. Some folks have had luck there. Two is you can try to get the existing company that you're working with to buy it back or to take it back. Sometimes they resist that depending on where they are. Three is you can donate it to a charity and take a tax write-off for whatever it sells for when they resell it at their next fundraising silent auction or whatever. Those are all possibilities. If none of that works and you're willing to pay to get rid of it, then you've got another situation. The vast majority of timeshares violate several things in the process of selling you the timeshare. And that leaves them open to having the contract with them canceled. And that will cost you some negotiating and legal fees. And there's a company called Timeshare Exit Team, and you find them at timeshareexitteam.com, that will basically go and fight to prove that the contract is invalid and have it canceled. You're going to pay them a fee, and it ranges back and forth, but it's expensive. I mean, it's several $1,000s, and you're going to pay them up front. And I'm fine with that. We've vetted the company. They're a good company. And if you want to get rid of it and you're willing to write a check for a few $1,000s to get rid of it and have the whole deal canceled, they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee, a 100% money-back guarantee. If they don't get you out of the deal, they give you all your money back. And this is not a listing service. It's not a sales service. It's not anything like that. It's basically the process used to sell a timeshare is typically leaves them open to having the contract voided. And so they use that against them and work you out of it. And there's nothing wrong with that because these timeshare people are scummy. It's a bad business. It's a really, really bad product. And so this team is, in an extreme circumstance where you're willing to write a check to get rid of your timeshare, these guys can do it. And we've checked them out there. As a matter of fact, they're coming on as an advertiser. Not yet airing. I don't know when they start airing, but I met them and hung out with them at one of our events. And I think it was out in Denver. And they've got teams all over, so they're ready to help you guys. But again, it's only when you're ready to write a check to get out of the thing. That's what you're going to be doing. There's not any money back or there's not anything along that line. TimeshareExitTeam.com. That's how you can find them. Jessica is in Fort Lauderdale. Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Okay, Dave. I moved down to Florida from New York about 5 years ago. I have a house in Brooklyn, New York, 2-family rental. Right now, I get some decent income from it. I have I'd say about $35,000 in credit card debt myself right now, and about in car loans between my car and my son's car, about $20,000 in car debt. I'm a single mom. It's going. It's just that I'm wondering, do I need to simplify? Should I be selling that house in New York, taking that equity, which is, did I mention about how much equity I have in it?
Nope. How much equity do you have in it?
Well, I mean, if I sell it today, I'd probably have about I'd probably be walking away with about $300,000 in equity.
Cool.
With the value, probably be walking away with about $300,000 in equity.
Cool.
With the values.
That cleans up all your debt, gives you some margin, gives you some room, some wiggle room. You got there, and get your life under control. You're simplified. You don't have to mess with long distance landlording. You live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida today. If you did not own this house and you had $300,000 in a bank account, would you go to New York to buy rental property?
Would I go to New York to buy rental property? Well, the values are pretty good.
No. Stop. Let me try one more time. You live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. You have 2 car loans. You have $300,000 in the bank. If you were going to buy rental property, would you go to New York to buy rental property?
Probably not. I'd probably be trying to find something in Florida.
Yeah, and you'd pay off your debts first.
Right,
yeah.
right.
No, you would not. That's the answer. And so, you wouldn't go buy it because you wouldn't long-distance landlord. You'd buy something local if you were going to buy rental property at all. So I'd sell it.
You'd sell it?
Absolutely, okay. I'd sell it.
I know if I hold on to it, the values are going to go even higher.
So what?
So what? Okay.
I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it if I lived in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I own a bunch of rental property. I am convinced that Manhattan real estate is going to go up. I don't own any real estate in Manhattan.
Okay.
Why? Because I don't want a long distance landlord.
Okay.
That's simple. And I want my life where it's reasonable and under control and all that kind of stuff. Sell it. That's what I would do if I were in your shoes. Thanks for the call. Julie's with us in San Francisco. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
So my husband and I are both in our 20s, and we're in the middle of baby step 2. I am starting my master's degree in the fall. It's being paid for through my company's tuition reimbursement program.
Good.
I have to pay for the tuition up front, and at the end of each semester, I submit it all, and I get a reimbursement check.
Only once.
Pardon?
Only once.
No, it's for the entire...
once you pay for it one time, the next semester you get a check from them and you use that check to pay for it. And the next semester you get a check from them and you use that check to pay for it.
Okay. Well, my question is that I have a $7,000 bill due on August 7th, and I don't have the cash to pay for it.
Then you don't go to school if you don't get the cash.
Okay.
So go get $7,000.
No, I can cash flow it if I stop paying on my credit card.
Stop.
If I stop baby step 2.
Yeah, stop baby step 2 and come up with the $7,000 because you only got to do it once.
Right.
You're priming the pump. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yes.
You have to get the thing started, and then it'll take care of itself. So once you pay one time, then the next time they reimburse you for that one, and you use that reimbursement to pay the next one. And then they reimburse you for the one before, and you use that reimbursement to pay the next one. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, perfect. I just didn't know if I was allowed to stop the baby steps in order to go to school. So,
well, you're allowed to do whatever you want. You're an adult, but I would if I were in your shoes. I mean, because you got the whole thing paid for once you take care of $7,000. What's your household income?
About $85,000 a year.
And how much debt do you have?
We right now have $36,000 left.
Okay, good. And how much have you paid so far?
About $40,000.
And how long did that take you?
Just under 2 years.
Okay, so you're averaging about a $20,000 a year burn rate. You have 36 left, correct?
Yes.
At that rate, $7,000 represents a 4-month delay.
Okay.
You see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And with a 4-month delay, I'm going to do a 4-month delay and then just kick the whole thing in because you still got 2 more years to go.
Okay.
At your current burn rate. Now, if something else changes, you can accelerate or slow down the burn rate of the debt. But that's what you're looking at. So, yes, I would do that if I were in your shoes. I also would kick into gear and look for some extra things to sell, look for some extra income to create during this month or two to where it doesn't even do that much damage, if any damage at all, to your debt snowball. It might not slow it down at all. I'd try to find the $7,000 is what I'm saying without having to stop anything. So let's try to do both if we can. But if I had to, I would stop it temporarily. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books.
financial market analysis from Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
Being out of the market is just as risky at times as being in the market. You don't realize that, you don't see that until you miss the opportunity.
It's helpful financial food for thought on your drive home with a host who tells it like it is. Market Wrap with Mo Ansari. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Check us out on Instagram where you can watch videos, see pictures, and listen to audio of all your favorite KCAA shows. That's right, KCAA 1050 AM is now on Instagram.
This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
Business Radio. The markets turn lower as Greece's parliament gets set to vote on the bailout agreement. Violence on the streets of Athens has traders worried the deal won't go through. The Dow's down 26 points. The Nasdaq lower.